Hello everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day, and I've chosen to use 4 different decks today, and the decks that I'm using are the Universal Weight Tarot deck, the Robin Wood Tarot deck, the Thoth Tarot deck, and the Golden Dawn Magical Tarot deck. The reason for this is I specifically wanted to do a spread that resonated with the number 4 today, but I also wanted to do a spread which utilised, in a sense, what I see as the kind of the very standard traditional decks. Be you someone who is a follower of the Rider-Waite system developed by Arthur E. Waite, or whether you're somebody who is a follower of the Thoth system developed by Aleister Crowley. So I have decks representing those 2 methods, if you like, and I also have 2 of my own personal favourites in those styles, because the Robin Wood deck is very Rider-Waite style, but without being a clone of it, and the Golden Dawn is a deck that is very similar but predates in a lot of ways, certainly as an organisation, the development of the Thoth deck. So there are similarities there. It's not so much that I'm making a judgment as to which is better or which is worse. I'm simply, in a sense, trying to recognise like for like, and so that is why I've chosen this format today. And our first card for today is Judgment. There it is. And this really does suggest to me that today could well be a day of epiphanies, of realizations, of finally, in a sense, being called to see with clarity after many days, weeks, months, years possibly, of not doing. We really do have a sense here that now we're waking up, now we're beginning to see, and we're beginning to understand. And in a sense, our own perception and our own judgment is likely to be not only in use, but a lot stronger and a lot better today. And I'm extremely drawn, as I'm watching this card, to the colour of the wings, which are ranging through from sort of light purples, through the pink colours, through to even to sort of reds, really. And we have a lot of different colours relating to, well, 3 chakras in particular. We have the purple, which to me is the crown chakra. It can be the 3rd eye as well, but this particular shade of purple makes me think more of the crown and divine connection. And we are dealing with a picture of an angel here. But the pink makes me think of the heart chakra, and the red makes me think of the base chakra. So it's almost the heart connecting the body with the spirit, which in itself is a message of how to be whole, in a sense, which is balancing the 2 and connecting them through the heart chakra. So in honour of that, I'm going to place with that card the purple amethyst for the crown chakra in this particular context, the pink rose quartz for the heart chakra, and the red jasper for the root or base chakra, just to kind of help us along with that connection along our chakra points. Now our second card for today is the 8 of Swords, which immediately can generate a reaction of fear in people who see it. because it's not the happiest of images, in fairness. We have this woman who is tied, and she's blindfolded, and she has this, in a sense, almost cage of swords around her. But that is not how I'm seeing this today. I'm seeing this, yes, as a card of restriction, but more in a sense of there being a path to follow, being a route to follow that we need to pay attention to. We've got a little bit of physical restriction because I'm seeing, obviously, her binding's in red. So it feels like there may be physical restrictions on what we can actually do, what we can see, what we can process, perhaps, because we are dealing with a card of swords. So on a mental level, restriction of things that we can process. But we have this path carved out for us, and we need to follow it. And the feeling I get very strongly with this is, physical restrictions or not, this woman, if she could simply see the path ahead of her, so that she doesn't veer off to one side or to the other into the swords, she would be fine. So even though there is a fear around this, the path is laid out before us, and all of the emotions, all of the water in this card is on either side of the path. The path itself is dry. So it's grounded, it's not overflowing with emotions. There is emotions around it, but the path itself is calm and is settled and is there for her to take if she chooses. Now, our third card for today is the Hermit, and this is this really striking, incredibly striking image from the Thoth deck. And this gives very much a feeling of searching. This is, to me, sort of looking within ourselves and really trying to ascertain where our own light is within us. We have this light being shown here, which is the lantern that the Hermit carries, and this really is kind of inside of us, and it's a case of finding that. It's a case of igniting or recognizing that inner light that all of us carry around with us. And once we have done that, then we're in a position to shine that light on the various aspects of our life and really figure out what it is we're supposed to be doing, where it is we're supposed to be going, and we've then got a torchlight to push us on. And the other thing that draws me slightly with this is the rays that are coming off from this light, which remind me of a star, and stars to me are always hope. So it's almost the light of hope within ourselves that we are looking for, trying desperately to find. It's a physical manifestation inside of ourselves that we're looking at because of the red here. But I also feel that this inward journey is one that heals us, because we have green in this card as well. So this is really us looking inside for that light within ourselves. And our final card today is another card that you may be thinking is not the most encouraging of cards, because we have the Three of Swords. Now, we had restriction in the Eight of Swords, and we have it again here in the Three. We have even the astrological symbol of Saturn, which is about limitations but structure as well. And we have the symbol of Libra down here. And what this says to me really is find a balance. Yes, we may be dealing with things that are of a very prickly nature, and we've had this card come up before fairly recently in terms of uncomfortable thoughts and as a consequence uncomfortable feelings. So we may be dealing with things today that are a little bit prickly, that are a little bit sensitive, but it's worth our while to stay optimistic as much as we possibly can, communicate we have the blue here, indicating communication. And stay balanced. You know, don't let things get on top of you too much. Just keep that sort of balance, and in a sense you get through. So if we look at these 4 cards together, they're quite interesting. We have Judgment, we have the Angel calling us to a realization point of where we're supposed to be at, how things are supposed to be, and we have this indication of this connection between the crown chakra and the root chakra through the heart. So it's really, in a sense, calling us to be all that we can be today as a whole. We have a card indicating some physical restrictions and some concerns, but the path is laid out before us and we simply need to travel along it. We have the emotions either side of it, but it is there in front of us, and if we simply step forward, we can do it. We have the Hermit reminding us to keep looking inside, find that light of hope within ourselves that can light our way in whatever it is that we're doing today. And we have the Three of Swords reminding us that we may be dealing with issues that are a little bit sensitive, a little bit prickly, a little bit difficult today. We've also got restriction and limitations here, and structure that could be perhaps being a little bit rigid around us. But if we stay balanced, stay hopeful from the Hermit, and communicate, then we're in a position to really deal with whatever it is that we have to deal with today. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day, and this slightly unusual, maybe a little retro look at the energies around the day. Please feel free to leave me some comments and let me know how these themes interact with your day today. Also, please feel free to check out my website, www.theseerscave.webs.com, for more information about myself, my tools, and the readings that I offer. I want to wish everyone a wonderful, clear, light-filled and hopeful day, and love, light, blessings, and frith to you all.